Hey, Cards, Ryan Breckbill here with the Center for Career and Professional Development, bringing you a video to chat about setting yourself up for success. We provided this workshop to our PRSSA chapter recently, got some good feedback, wanted to share that on a broader scale. So let's get to it. Before we start with our content, we always play something known as Boxo Stuff Trivia. Typically, we have our Boxo stuff filled with all kinds of goodies, but this is the High Five Yourself edition. So in just a second, you're going to see a random trivia question appear. If you believe you know the answer, shout it out. And if you are indeed correct, give yourself a high five. So today's question is, how many U.S. states begin with the letter W? So we'll count it down, give you about 5 seconds to think about that. And answers in, the answer is 4, and you see those listed there. So if you got all 4 of those, give yourself a high five. Well done. If you got one of those, give yourself a high five too. Hey, anyway. All right, let's get to it. So our CCPD staff, you've heard from me. Taylor Lowry is our assistant director, Megan Toohey, our career advisor, and Sarah Yinger, our administrative assistant. We're here to help you throughout the summer as alumni, whatever it is that we can do to support you when you're ready. We are here, so please reach out to us. Let us know what we can do to support you and serve you. What do we do? How can we help you? A lot of one-on-one career advising, talking about the topics that you see here. So reach out to us. You can email us at career@otterbein.edu. We're happy to have career and major exploration conversations with you. Our Focus 2 self-assessment is a great way to start that conversation. Excuse me. Happy to give you advice on your resume, cover letters as you're applying for positions, help you expand your professional network, do practice interviews. We can do those over the phone, via Zoom or another web platform of your choice. Happy to give you confidence in those interviewing skills, and then certainly talk about your individualized internship and job search strategies. Please check out Handshake. That's our job board. Create your profile there. Tell employers what it is that you're looking for. There are still jobs being posted every day on Handshake. So that includes internships, entry-level career opportunities. So please be checking in on Handshake to see what kinds of opportunities are there. And if you're thinking about graduate school, we can help you with that timeline and application process as well. Okay, so that's a little bit about us. Here's where we're headed today. The 3 R's in terms of setting yourself up for success: reflect, research, reach out. That's where we're headed. So let's break down reflect a little bit. So we want you to think about your inside and outside of the classroom experiences. What skills have you developed? What experiences have you had, and what is unique and distinct about you? And again, that is inside and outside of the classroom. So think about class projects in which you've been involved, student organizations, community service, part-time jobs. But think about the skills that you've developed. How have you demonstrated communication skills, problem-solving skills, teamwork skills? And a great way to start this is to honestly make a list, to think about all the ways that you're spending your time throughout the day and have spent your time during Otterbein and throughout your career as well for our alumni that are out there. So what are the key skills that you've developed, and how have you made a difference in those ways in which you've spent your time? And again, what is unique and distinct about you? As you refine that list, and we're happy to help you with that list and also help refine it, let's update your resume. Let's update your LinkedIn profile, making sure that that has the most recent information and it really focuses on results. How did you make a difference? How did you contribute to the organization? Talk about the ways that you've quantified your experience. If you supervised a staff of 12, if you led a team of 3 volunteers, what was the impact of that? If you led a fundraising campaign, but really focus on those results. And talking about those skills, you heard me mention a couple of them. This is exactly what employers are looking for. This is brought to you by our National Professional Association, the National Association of Colleges and Employers. What is it that employers are looking for from recent college grads? They want individuals, most importantly, who can solve problems, communicate effectively, and work in teams. And the other 5 skills sets that you see here are important, but those top 3 are consistently what we hear from employers nationally as well as locally. As our staff is talking with employers, that's exactly what it is that they're saying. So how can you provide evidence that you have developed and demonstrated those 3 key skills in addition to these, the additional 5 that you see here? But how can you provide evidence that you possess those skills? If you're not sure, that's where we can come in. We can help you unpack your experiences and talk about those. And if you aren't exactly sure what, for example, career management might mean or how that's defined, if you Google career competencies or NACE, N-A-C-E, that's the National Association of Colleges and Employers, NACE career readiness, you will find a handout that lists a definition of each of these 8 competencies. So something to look into. And if you're not able to find it, reach out. We will be happy to provide that to you. Again, career@otterbein.edu. So once you've completed that reflection phase, then we want you to move into research. What kinds of organizations are you interested in? What kinds of organizations might have the types of opportunities in which you're interested in? As you're looking, you say, well, gosh, I'm not sure how I find organizations. Local chambers of commerce are a great way to research organizations. So let's say that you are interested in staying in or relocating to the Columbus area. If you go to columbus.org, or if you Google Columbus Chamber of Commerce, you'll find that site there. Again, it's columbus.org. And you go to the business directory or member directory, and you can do that for any city in which you're interested in, Nashville, Houston, you name it. Google that Chamber of Commerce, look for a business or member directory, and then you can either search by keyword or category. So you can identify organizations that way. Typically, you'll find links to their website. And even if they don't have opportunities available that are in your particular area, reach out to them. Ask about if you could schedule a conversation with someone in their human resources office or someone in the department in which you're interested. But identify organizations that are doing the kind of work in which you're interested, and that also whose mission aligns with your personal values. That's a really important thing to consider, is how that organization's mission aligns with what's important to you. So then as you start to look for opportunities, I mentioned Handshake earlier, great opportunity to look for employers there and available positions. Begin to find themes and patterns. As you look at job descriptions and internship descriptions, what are some themes and patterns that you're recognizing in terms of the kinds of skills and experiences they're seeking? And how can you align your experiences and skills with the needs of the employer? So as you see there, align your superpowers. Again, back in that reflection, you focused on what's unique and distinct about you. Now, excuse me, we want you to talk about and be able to articulate on your resume, on your LinkedIn profile, in your cover letter, and then eventually in an interview, how your experiences are a great fit for the need of the organization. What if you're doing this research and you identify some gaps that you've got? If you see some themes and they're looking for, you're seeing Excel listed in all of these opportunities, the descriptions for those, and you don't feel as though your Excel skills are up to par, that is a great opportunity. Maybe it's this summer there's all kinds of free online tutorials about Excel out there. Maybe it's coding, but identify those gaps and seek to fill those through some free online classes, tutorials, you name it. Again, reach out to us. We can help you identify those. career@otterbein.edu. If your internship was canceled this summer, or if you're currently out of work, know that taking online classes to enhance your skills, again, there's a lot of free resources out there, is a great way to spend your time and to really talk about that in an interview for positions that you apply to down the road. So fill in those gaps and really look to expand your skill set. And be open to new possibilities. You may have had your heart set on working for the Columbus Zoo or working in a zoo since you were 7 years old, and maybe there aren't opportunities available in that. But what's the kind of work in which you're interested? Are you able to do that in different industries? And I know that that might be hard to find something exactly like what it is that you wanted to do, but we're just encouraging you to be open to new possibilities. So explore other areas, look at organizations that maybe support zoos, but know that this is a time to definitely be open to new ideas and new possibilities. So that is our advice for the research section of reflect, research, and now we move to reach out. It's easy to go out to a website like Handshake or Indeed or Glassdoor and just punch in some keywords and find lots of opportunities. Oftentimes what we see from students and job seekers is they just feel overwhelmed because they aren't sure where to start. So we advise that you develop a plan. What does that look like? That looks like I'm going to look at the Chamber of Commerce website for Cleveland, and I'm going to identify 5 organizations, and I'm going to reach out to them over this period of time, maybe over the next week. but develop a plan and track that plan. There is a spreadsheet that's available at otterbein.edu/career. That's a job search tracking website, job search tracking Excel spreadsheet that you can change, edit, and make your own. So develop that plan. Here are the organizations in which I'm interested, the opportunities to which I'm applying, and then as far as networking, here are the people that I'm going to reach out to for advice and insight. Make a list. Who are those people? Who are those 5 to 10? Maybe it's more professionals that can give you advice. Reach out to them. Do not hesitate. Don't feel like you're bothering them. Reach out to them for advice and insight. So we'll go through an elevator pitch here in just a second. It's a template that you can use and alter to reach out to individuals either when you're applying for a position or if you're just simply seeking to learn a little bit more about their background, about their experience, and that leads into, that is an informational interview. So don't hesitate to reach out to people and ask them questions about, tell me about you if it's an Otterbein alum, tell me about your time at Otterbein. What are some of your favorite memories? How did you get to where it is that you are in your career? What advice do you have for me as I'm looking to gain entry into this field? Are there other people that you would suggest I get in touch with for advice? Those few questions right there can provide a solid framework to have those informational interview conversations and really open you up to new possibilities, new people that you haven't met or been able to get connected to before. So have that elevator pitch, make sure that you're following up. So it is easy to get distracted and lose sight. That's why we suggest using that template that we've got on our website that allows you to keep track of the individuals that you've reached out to, the positions that you've applied to, and the organizations that are of interest to you. But keep on top of this. Develop that plan, execute that plan, and keep following up in that plan. And again, if you need help, we're here to coach you through the development and execution of that plan. Okay, so here's some tips on the elevator speech. So it is a 10 to 15 second introduction of who you are. And a great way to think about it is, how would you answer the question, tell me about yourself? What are some key things that you would want to share in that initial introduction? That can be a face-to-face introduction, over the phone, certainly via email as well. But it's really designed to highlight your skills, serve as a summary of your background, and it allows you to customize the pitch for your target audience, and it can leave a lasting impression. So hopefully that's a positive one, but you want to make sure that you're well prepared for that elevator pitch. So what might that sound like? So you'll see a sample here. Hi, my name is Stu Dent. Got it? Okay, good. Stu Dent, got it. Okay, I'm currently a senior at Otterbein University, graduating in April with a degree in psychology. I'm interested in the market research analyst role because of the strong reputation of the company, leadership of the new president. I have the knowledge and skills, I have knowledge and ability to develop and analyze research reports due to my strong academic preparation and experience as an intern at the Braun marketing firm in good old Toledo, Ohio. So that is a quick elevator speech example. What does that show about you? It shows that you've done your homework and research. You identify the strong reputation of the company. You identify that they have a new president. So immediately your listener knows that you've done some research. So that listener may ask you, well, what stands out about our reputation? What is it that really drew you to that? And what are some key initiatives that you have been impressed by with our new president? And tell me more about this internship experience. So right now you've engaged them in conversation about your experience simply by picking out 2 pieces of information and sharing one about you. That's going to help this dialogue. It's going to help you be less nervous in these conversations. That's why we suggest start with 5 to 10 people that you already know so that you build confidence in these networking conversations. Lots of opportunities to connect. We're happy to do that. Do not underestimate the power of LinkedIn. If you don't yet have a LinkedIn profile, please create that. That can mimic your resume, so you can copy and paste information for your resume to your LinkedIn profile. We encourage you to join the Otterbein alumni group on LinkedIn. That is open to students as well. We've got about 2,800 members in that group, and a lot of people who are ready and willing to share advice and insight and help out fellow Cardinals. So whatever we can do to be helpful, please let us know. You'll see our email address again there, as well as our website. So please reach out. We look forward to working with you. And as always, go Cards.